Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to A Better World with Adrienne. I am really excited to be with you today, channeling on a topic that's just really alive in my body, in my soul, in this movement. If you are new here, there's a lot of new people entering my world right now. Welcome to the portal. Thank you for giving your time, your energy, your attention. It's always my goal that this space creates a breakthrough for you in healing, knowledge, skill. And I want you to decide at the beginning of this transmission that this will change your life because you will take at least one major golden nugget and implement it immediately to see shifts in your life. So I welcome that intention for myself. And I welcome this intention for you. And before we get into today's topic, two announcements. I'm enrolling new one-on-one clients, and I am leading the Greece Atlantis New Earth activation in June on the islands. If you are interested in working with me one-on-one, this is for successful mavericks seeking the fusion of spiritual mastery and high performance through the ancient codes, everything we do in New Earth Elite, astrology, breathwork, shamanism, holy habits, flow state on command, artistry, being a life magician, elevating your health, wealth, happiness, freedom. If this is you, apply through the link in the show notes. I can't wait to get to know you and support you in your mission. And the Greece Atlantis retreat is for 8 powerful souls gathering on sacred land at the summer solstice in DNA, remembrance, activation, adventure, ley line grid work with the land. It's going to be absolutely incredible. And the link to that with all of the information and application is in the show notes. So if you feel called to work with me, if you want to get in person with me, which I do both one-on-one and in my activations, go to the link in the show notes. All the information is there for you. And I would absolutely love, love, love to welcome you into this space. So today's topic, expose your core essence and shine at full voltage. I am recording this in LA, and I came to LA to study Kabbalah with my teacher David, and then also just connect with a bunch of people in my in-person community here and network here. And every time I go and get in the correct room, everything explodes in magic. Everything explodes in magic. And then also all of the things are exposed that are standing in the way of me and my next level. And this happens. This is why mentorship, coaching, these activations, why I prioritize in person with my one-on-one clients is because I never experience the amount of breakthroughs I do in such a short time virtually as I do in person. And so there is a power and a potency, and it's very alchemical and DNA driven of what happens when we get in aura with one another. And I want to just emphasize that it is getting in the correct room, right? And I don't think this is you if you're listening to this podcast. However, if you like got on a plane and went to like a bachelorette weekend, for example, and all you did the whole weekend was like complain about your life and drink in excess, like that is going to collapse time in a different way of you spiraling into chaos, right? In person just accelerates everything. So I'm sitting here and I'm reflecting on, I usually plan my podcast a little bit in advance. However, I was receiving the guidance for me that this is a major line in the sand moment. Like I am going to be a different person on the other side of this 2-day immersion. There was just something very specific about this one, and it was absolutely correct. And what came up over and over and over in the 2 days we had together and in my own personal process of what does it mean to activate and live the next level of my destiny, my soul assignment. And for you, what is the next iteration of your potential? You are not the person you were even you are never obligated to be who you were 5 minutes ago, right? And we are all changing and evolving at a rapid clip, and there is usually a golden thread in our soul purpose that is like, this is the frequency I'm here to change to share on the planet. This is my soul mission. However, it changes in how it's expressed, right? It changes in the vehicle that it's expressed in maybe the company that you are running or the art you're making. It's all art, it's all business, it's all healing, it's all everything. Everything is everything. You know what I mean? So what came up again and again and again, and this is what I focus on inside New Earth Elite with you, we are a movement of a fleet of souls here birthing new paradigms to flip the grid and anchor new earth to birth a better world, the title of this podcast, right? At every level, it's a deep returning of exposing your core essence. And what have you accumulated that even from previous success, okay? This is something for me that I keep receiving this lesson in different ways, and that's how the game works, right? You level up in the video game and it's like, okay, we have this lesson but in a different iteration. Sometimes, and I know you, the listener, like you've already done so much that most people will never do, right? And your previous success is usually the biggest block to your next level because now you actually have something to lose. Now you're like, okay, I found something that worked, and oh wait, it doesn't gel with who I am right now in this here and now moment, like the courage to let that go, right? And what was coming up for me personally, and I know it's being activated. First of all, it was coming up in every single like moment in the 2 day immersion I did. And then also it was coming up in my personal process. It's also coming up for all of my clients. And that means it's alive in the collective. So it's coming up for you in some way, some shape or form at the beginning of April 2026. However, what I love to do in the vast majority of my podcast is really channel like a timeless resource for you where you can just scroll back through the podcast and be like, oh my gosh, yeah, that is definitely what my soul needs today. And so, whatever day you are listening to this, no matter if it's like 2040 or you're listening to it the day it drops in 2026, like this is about what does it mean to expose your core essence? What does it mean to shine at full voltage? And this was the lesson that was coming up again and again and again. What are the layers that you have accumulated that you have now been wearing as armor? It could be previous success, it could be relationships, it could be a label that you had for yourself. Some of the labels that I have gone through in my life have been like, oh, I'm a classical musician. Oh, I'm a yoga teacher. Oh, I'm a meditation teacher. Oh, I'm this. That's not my core essence, though. Those are labels, those are things I did. And so the most vulnerable thing you will ever do on your path, and this is why the work we do together with nervous system reset and breath work is so potent, is because you bypass the mind, you go right into the DNA and your ability to feel safe and leveraging your subconscious to get on board with your true desires so you don't sabotage without realizing it. There's nothing more vulnerable than exposing your core essence. There's also nothing more vulnerable than winning. A lot of people think, oh, if I share my sob stories online or if I share my pain, it's not about not pretending you don't have pain. And it's not about sharing, it's not about not being vulnerable. It's like, what is actually vulnerable though? Is it vulnerable to, misery loves company, right? There's a difference between misery loves company and sharing a powerful challenge that you went through as an emotional alchemist, as an energetic Jedi, right? So there's immense vulnerability in winning because what? You're being seen in your full shine, shining at your full voltage, right? You cannot shine at your full voltage if you have a bunch of things covering up what that really is. And you might not even realize it. And this is why coaching matters. This is why mentorship matters. This is why getting in rooms of other powerful people on your level matters. Is like people can mirror back to you from a space of power and love and integrity and deep reverence for what it means to be a channel for the creator, a channel for God's source, a bridge between earth and stars. Like we all have blind spots, right? There's something in your life right now, and it's the first thing that comes to you. It might be in your relationships, it might be in your business, it might be with your kids, it might be with the art you're here to make, it might be with your physical health. I focus really deeply on that. It's the first quadrant of New Earth Elite. Who are you without all the masks on? What is your core essence? And the core essence is going to come back to that inner child magic, the part of you before anything, before life lifed, and you got programmed through experiences or through your bloodline or through past life, experiences that exposing your core essence means being unsafe. And then so you put on layers and you put on these masks. And the energy of Aries season, the energy after the equinox, the energy of the year of the fire horse when I am recording this is rip off the masks, peel back the layers again and again and again and again and again at every single level. Because we go through life and think about it. It's like if you never did like any kind of detox from just the accumulation of life. Imagine it's like showering, right? Imagine if you just kept living and living and living and living and living and you never showered, you never cleaned your body. You accumulate dirt, grime, you're going to start to smell. It's not going to be pretty or smell good or like be, your core essence, I would say. You have all of this shit on top of you. And it's like, are you willing to be exposed to your own core essence? And when you expose your core essence, that's when you can shine at full voltage. A lot of people think shining at full voltage means, oh, I've got to just like hustle and grind and be loud and all of these things. And it's like, sometimes that's your core essence. For me, that's my core essence a lot. However, what I'm really deepening into is like this soft, like remembering a different layer of softness, remembering a different layer of just like this inner child magic and artistry and muse and feminine frequency for my masculine structures of this movement, this company, this vision, this mission to just flow and flow and flow and flow and flow. But I really felt a call to share this message on the podcast because if it's alive for me, it's alive for you, it's alive for my clients, it was alive in the event, it's alive for the world. You've got to be willing to expose your core essence. So what is that core essence for you? What is what is that frequency that's so you? I chose the word expose very specifically because you do feel exposed. And Dr. Benjamin Hardy talks about this a lot and Dan Sullivan in the book 10x is easier than 2x. If you've been here for a while, you know I'm obsessed with this book. It's for entrepreneurs. And if you are here to build new earth, you are an entrepreneur because channeling our vision through a business, it's like our businesses are ceremonies to channel the light, to channel our gifts and pour from overflow when we are profitable, like channeling love, harmony, peace, all of these things. You will feel very deeply exposed and naked when you are living in your zone of genius, which is your core essence. And that's the only way you can shine at your full voltage. And full voltage is electric, it's magnetic, it is immediate. It's like think about it like major eclipse season vibes. It's sudden, shocking change, right? And it's coming from your core essence. It's not coming from being performative or trying to cram yourself into a box that you have been in for a while. One place you can look for this is like, what's a pattern that I'm literally so sick of right now? And how can I interrupt that pattern by ripping off masks? By ripping off like anything you're gripping onto. What are you gripping onto as a shield blocking your core essence with the world? The world does not need the watered down version of you. And I guarantee any part of your life that you're not, that you want to improve, which I imagine is all of them, like we all do. However, the one where it's like really sticking out to you, like this is what I'm focused on, I guarantee there's a mask you are gripped onto because you have a visceral fear of exposing your core essence because there's a deep vulnerability in shining at full voltage in a world that tells you to shut it down, in a world where people are triggered by your success, in a world where people are like, oh, we live in uncertain times, like in times like these. You know, the most vulnerable thing you will do is succeed unconditionally, building your vision for new earth in a time where 99.9% of people will say, oh, the world is broken, or like basically using the challenges of the world to not show up and be mediocre. It's like COVID times 100, 1,000, 2,000, 10,000. What we're moving towards in terms of like there were people that were extreme winners during COVID, and then most of the world spiraled into chaos, right? And it's going to be like that, but a bigger separation as we move forward. And so exposing your true essence and shining at full voltage, this is the way that you will connect with the souls, the opportunities, the just everything in your life is going to start to flow even more, even more, even more, even more, even more, because you're going to be living from the ancient codes of you, which is your core essence. And when you shine at full voltage, you manifest and you connect with the correct people really, really quick. Life goes really, really quick. It's called Kriya flow. It's being propelled forward by the energy of life. And it happens when you expose your core essence and you shine at full voltage with the world. So, this is the message for today. Expose yourself, out yourself. What is like the deep bedrock of your soul? What is the mask that you get to rip off? And if you don't know, call someone that you respect and trust that is on this frequency. Don't call someone who's never does any who says things and never does them. Like the standard gets to be raised, right? Not all feedback is created equal. It's someone in the game in this frequency, and just ask them if you don't know, like what is a superpower that I have that I don't know? And also like what's my core essence? Like something that you probably do without even realizing it that's like really, really powerful that you don't even know because it's so. Here's the thing, when it's your core essence, you don't even know it's your core essence because it literally a fish doesn't know it's swimming in water because that's all it's ever known, right? This is why having mirrors around us is so powerful. Gaining clarity on that and exposing it, exposing it, exposing it. exposing it again and again and again, and then you shine at full voltage. And when you shine at full voltage, the people meant to experience your core essence and literally every single part of your life, your mission, your divine assignment, your destiny will just arrive. That's how it works. And this is what I'm focusing on in my path right now, and this is what I want you to focus on in your path right now. It's huge. So, if you want to go deeper into this work with me, you know what to do. I'm enrolling new one-on-one Lux clients, just two. So, two spots open for that. And then the Greece Atlantis retreat in June. All of the information is in the links in the show notes. If you want to drop into on-demand breathwork in April, I recommend Aries Audacity. So I will link that in the show notes as well. It's a beautiful way to just hop into my world and go deeper, and get a taste. And you can literally start literally today. And yeah, I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Go out there, be the real you, which is exposing your core essence, be the change, be the light, make a stranger smile. It charges the whole field. You have no idea what people are going through. And share this episode with someone you respect and love who is on this frequency and you want to accelerate in this energy with moving forward in 2026. So, yeah. I'm excited about where we're going. When we all live in our core essence and shine at full voltage, that is when we really build a better world. Love you, and I will see you next time on A Better World with Adrienne.